Hi, this is Ron with Art Gallery Showcase, and I have Marie Lavalee in here today. And let me tell you guys, you're going to see things you've never seen before, materials have never been used before, and I'm excited because I've never seen any of this before. So how'd you get started, Marie?
I've always been working, and I was working in jewelry as a jewelry designer in my early 20s, and then I had a life event happen and in 2013, and I went, that's it, I'm going to go back to creating art full time, and I haven't looked back since.
I'm very glad you have not looked back since. I want to look at this first one because I love birds, and this little thing is like the cutest little thing I've ever seen. And I mean, the bird's cute, the plant's cute, the whole thing is just, it's huggable.
Well, since I started painting, my love of bird has definitely come to the surface. And I like little fluffy birds, and this one's particularly fluffy. And it was so much fun to paint. The actual bird was actually gray, and I just didn't like it, so I had to go towards the blue.
Well, it's just future, you know what I mean?
Artistic license. What I did different on this particular piece is that I used metallics. Metallic like gold leafing, but it comes in different colors. On this one I used a lavender metallic just at the top of the flower, and in reality it looks really good.
Now I see it.
Yeah.
And this next one, I don't know where, I don't even want to talk about this. You're going to have to explain this to our group because nobody's going to understand this.
Well, it's actually a stamp made out of stamp. My husband collects stamps for years, and the English Machin stamps is a definitive in the stamp world. And every year they come up with a new color, and it represents the queen, since she's been a queen forever, they have to come with new colors. The beauty of it is I could use it as a palette, and I basically collaged every single stamp and then put epoxy on it, then put gold leafing with the letters, and then put epoxy on it again, and then mounted the stamp onto a different background. But all the little circles, the little punctuate, the little, what do you call that?
Oh, the little serrations?
The serrations, those are all hand cut by me.
And every stamp's the exact same size, so you can create
I could create
images
forever. And in this one, the title of this piece is called Love Letters, because there's letters, the L-O-V-E.
See, I told you people wouldn't believe me because there's just no way. When I looked at this, I just thought, man, somebody took a lot of time to paint all that. But I'm like, it is absolutely gorgeous. How big is this piece?
In actuality, the piece on the mount is 24 by 30, but the stamp itself is 18 by 24.
Man, it's still a big piece. That's
It
a
is
lot
big,
of work.
yeah.
We're talking hours and hours.
Weeks and weeks.
Weeks.
But I love the result.
Let's look at the next one.
The pelican. I have an absolute love of pelican. They're goofy, beautiful birds, and when you see them flying, they almost look like, to me, almost like dinosaurs.
They do, like sailplanes or something.
But then you look at them, and the colors of them are just beautiful. This particular one is a Peruvian pelican, and I had seen him on the pier at Huntington Beach, and I was just transported by him. And I was trying to incorporate something different to do the feathers, and I was trying to figure out what I could use to do that. And eventually I thought of coins, because I had coins lying around my studio. And by layering them in different ways and playing with the patina, it creates a different effect. And then to create the environment, I used gold leafing to create those wispy pieces of grass. And I think it's an effective piece. It now resides somewhere in Texas.
It's way beyond effective. It's gorgeous. I really like that piece.
Thank you.
You know, everything, the legs and everything, I love the way like you said, the patina, you find different coins that have aged.
Yeah.
And then you can create feathers.
Yeah.
You're actually creating the whole bird.
What's interesting about this piece is also I finished it completely with a coat of epoxy resin. So it makes a very shiny piece of art. And it's definitely a direction I've been playing around with. And it really protects the patina of the coins, too.
Let's see what's up next. The wood duck.
Yes, he is fun. It's a study of reflection versus mirror image. So the grasses are made out of gold leafing, and the duck, it actually is a mirror image. because if I did a reflection, we'd see under his beak, and it's not as pretty. So he's very, very adorable. And it's a duck that I had seen walking around at the Back Bay in Newport.
So this is acrylic with leafing, and you do a lot of gold leafing though.
Yeah, this is acrylic with gold leafing, which gold leafing is very hard to do straight. So I've developed my own technique, and the piece again is completely covered in epoxy resin, which makes it very shiny.
You think the metallic use comes from your prior jewelry?
Oh, there's definitely a love of that because I'm half I'm half magpie. I like anything shiny.
This next piece is an owl.
Yes.
And I actually have one that lands in my tree just about every night, because behind my house is a big field and it just sits there. And I love owls. Being from the farm in the Midwest, we saw them a lot. We kind of protected them. They're kind of a special animal.
They're like a special presence in your life.
Like wisdom or something.
They do represent, they're the symbol of wisdom, and it's been for centuries. But I love them because they are your silent observant. And whether you're night and day, they camouflage very well. But when you actually see them, they're magnificent. And this particular one was done with coins, and I did use furniture tack as well to give it a little bit of texture. And the gold leafing was very difficult because those little pods of grass, those are all hand cut and hand applied in gold leafing, and it took me forever. But I love the effect.
So I take it on the average, your pieces are weeks.
Yes.
We're not talking hours or days.
No.
We're talking weeks and possibly months on some pieces.
Well, the actual execution of it is definitely weeks, but the idea can be months. Because some ideas will engender another idea, but to get from point A to point Z can take me a year. So the actual making of it is a little part.
Oh. And then the last one is a pelican again.
Yes, I couldn't help myself. I love pelicans.
And this is a real new direction for you.
It is. I'm trying to incorporate kind of I call them my groovy birds. So it's going to go more in a groovy kind of way. I'm trying to create an environment that's unique, that sets off the birds. And I'm again playing with the coins. I've introduced keys in this particular piece, and also I work with gold leafing, but I'm definitely working with more colorful gold leafing. One thing I'm doing different in this collection is if I'm going to use epoxy resin, it's going to be in a very small, controlled way.
So it's going to be a very thin coat. We're not going to...
No, it's probably going to be in one area of the piece.
Oh, just to give that effect.
Just to give that effect. So I'm working on effect, layering, and composition.
Which, what happens in the art world, it just creates depth.
Yes.
And that's what all artists want to do, is they want to look at a piece. They want their customer to look at a piece and be pulled in. And that's what depth does in art.
I think
Your composition's like amazing, but creating that depth is just putting it over the top.
Well, thank you. Well, watch out. There's a couple more coming.
Well, Marie, it's been great having you in here today.
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait to see the new ones coming. So make sure you either text me right away or give me a call, because I'd love to see them.
I will definitely text them to you. No problem.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.